Yo, what's up everybody, Johnny Demo here. Welcome to episode 9, part 3 of Nintendo Switch 2 World Tour. Here we go. This is evening and we hope you enjoy your time with Nintendo Switch 2 World Tour. Okay. Why are you giving me so many notifications? Stop it. Whatever. Let's see. Small NBA, small age. I never heard of mine all my life. Okay, so a bunch of quizzes I gotta do. Do I want to do them in order? Oh, great. One thing about the Nintendo Switch 2 console stream is that it's actually at a slightly different depth from the area around it. How slight, you ask? Between deeper about the thickness of a piece of printer paper. It's very noticeable, but this has to help prevent the screen from coming into contact with the floor or other surfaces. Paper, okay. One thing about the Switch 2 console screen is it's made up of many overlapping parts. Liquid crystal display. A shadow-resistant film, a screen cover, transparent plastic, two polarizing plates, two pieces of glass, a touch sensor, a light guiding plate, an LED film, and so on. While these parts lay on top of each other, there was a width of the screen becoming too thick. There would have been space left for the other parts. So we made the cover out of thin glass. Oh boy! It's gonna be tricky. And often on the side of a computer, there is a component called an integrated circuit. A typical square shape. I see that control the Switch 2 is pretty thin. 30mm by 1. $2 million called pistols. 1920 1080. 900 touch sensor. 3,000 wires. Holy shit! This is gonna be tough. How many questions are we asking? Oh, 3? Oh boy, I'm gonna do so terrible. I know it. A sheet of printer paper. Components terms a layer of each other to make what? The screen. Long and thin. Hey! Okay. Oh, that's it? Yo, this freaking thing has so many quizzes! That is so weird. Another 3. In terms of performance, the Nintendo Switch 2 console is several times better than the Switch 1. It requires more power. We done our best to reduce the amount of power used in the toy. We've been able to optimize and the total needs more power. If I use the same battery used in switch 1, we'll be able to use the switch 2 for very long. We opted for a different battery. 5220 mAh battery has 1.2 times the capacity of the old one. Milliampere hours. It reaches 1.2, so that means you'll be able to use the charger for 1.2 times longer. Imagine what this time they can play on it. Was that overheating? Okay. Bing ding ding. Reading chargers be loud to companions. What, YouTube? Stop. Just stop. Lasts a long time. Try to. Nope. Ensure that the battery doesn't get too much power when it's charged. Or the energy output will be slightly weakened. And the battery will begin to degrade. Also, it's easy to damage the battery with fast charging, so we've done our best to prevent this. So the charger to be charged, we want it to be able to be charged even more time than a charger. Smart, okay. Nintendo and batteries! Lithium ion constant battery life have been improving with successive generations. Game Boy has 600, Nintendo DS 850, 3DS 1300, Switch 4310, 5220. Game Boy used dry cell batteries. Gotta throw away those batteries and buy new ones. Whew! Okay, this is doing it. Toughie. YouTube! Stop! I want to burn YouTube. 1.2. Why is the Nintendo Switch controller not supplied with too much power? It helps prevent battery degradation. That's why. Yes! Well, that was easy. I want to do everything on this side first. Alright, now we're going to go on the bottom left. Actually, hold up. We'll be back to this in a minute. I gotta do some stuff. Welcome. Thanks for visiting the Lots of Found Desk. Here's a hat, man. Oh, thanks for tuning this in. Thank you so much. I believe that's all large personal. I'm passing right down this boy. Thank you so much. I don't believe that anyone has more this information as much as you. For that, let me award you the title of very important visitor. But you borrow your map for a sec. Hum. There. I put a sticker on your map. This is to show that we consider you a very important visitor and go enjoy the rest of the exhibition. Hey! Okay. Here we go. Then we'll start with this quiz right here. We'll start with this quiz right here. How many parts there are, and then Nintendo Switch. Wait a second. I have the answers. I didn't cheat. Lord! How you love him? Alright, here we go. Okay. 4! Bruh. And bada bang. On the Switch 2 circuit board, there's twice as many parts as there were on the Nintendo Switch 1. Capacitor. These are used to help maintain stable electrical signals. Since the Switch 2 controller changes electrical signals at a much higher speed than the Switch 1, Switch's stability can cause it to stop working properly. So what we did was use even more capacitors to ensure that electrical signals were disrupted as little as possible. By enabling the exchange of stable high-speed electrical signals in this way, you want a high speed. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. I'm trying to get them all done. This is the circuit board. It might seem like it's just a single layer first. Well, let's see, she's actually made up of 10 thin layers. Each of them contains wiring that connects one component to another, though a bit like the human nervous system. There are thousands of these wires on the console circuit board. Each layer uses a slightly different wiring layout. We designed it as if we were trying to solve a puzzle with our hands. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. So it had 10, I know that. But the wiring isn't just about connecting all the components together. Other things need to be considered too. There's not a positive got wire crossing on a single layer. The wires had to be narrower than 0.1 millimeter. Ooh. The length of the wiring is important too. The electrical signal running through a wire is about as fast as the speed of light. Billionth of a second. Fraction. We have several wires sending data together. They all need to be the same length or else the signal will arrive at different times. So we had to make sure the lengths of each wire match, ensuring that the signals arrive at the same time. And one more thing. We made sure that the wires are not too long and the signals would become too weak to reach the destination. And not too close to each other, the signal could get messed up. Okay, hang on. 0.1 millimeter. Billionth of a second. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Last one, I guess. Games use a lot of electricity. Switch to consoles typically used to play games. So it's oscillators need a lot of electricity. Smart devices don't do much more than play games, but they consume less electricity. The amount of electricity that a smart device needs to run for a day will be used by Nintendo Switch in about 3 hours. Well, the half of this electricity used by the main computer, which is called the SoC. Oh my god, this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna try my best. Focus still. Volume 1, eh? Okay. The Switch 2, obviously. Over 10. Ooh. The speed of light. They dealt with that one. The main computer. I think I got that wrong. What? Wow. That's part 2. Oh, wonderful. Another 4-parter. Okay, here we go. Electromagnetic noise. Whenever the electric current running through the circuit board's wiring to the Switch 2 console, there will always be electromagnetic noise present, and electromagnetic noise can sometimes interfere with nearby devices which can cause them not to work properly. I can't talk today. Don't easily penetrate metal. A lot of it from even the console. We wrapped it where it's emitted in metal. SOC. We encased it to prevent a lot of electromagnetic noise from getting out. Okay. Static electricity. When the weather is dry and the temperature is low, there'll be a little shock when touching something metal. This is static electricity. Electricity hits game console, where it double and become broken. So that we want it to happen. So we employed a few ideas in place where your fingers are likely to touch metal. The game card slot and the Joy-Con 2 magnetic connected to two such places. For example, we had positive options the impact of a sudden jolt of static electricity and spots that absorb it. These spots dilute static electricity, but it is part that might otherwise easily damage. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard. Parts that initiate the Switch 2 are made of two types of material, very tightly attached to each other. One of magnesium alloy, and the other is plastic. Magnesium? Something inside, strong and robust, and also serves to reduce electromagnetic noise. The outer plastic. Even when the unit is hot, the plastic actually touch the console without feeling the heat. We set them together to make full use of them. The strong itself is thinner than if we had made it entirely out of plastic. There's more space on the inside too. Okay. On top of the Switch 2, we find a Type-C connector. Charge the console battery. This allows the system to charge while you're playing handheld or tabletop mode, but that's not all. The Type-C can also be used to connect the camera. It can be used while you're playing either TV, table, or handheld. However, the Type-C cannot be used to connect to the dock, which means it's not possible to insert the console into the dock upside down. Oh boy. Hit me with your best show! Oh, it's 4 questions. Okay, I got this. Oh shit. Metal. Okay. Okay, that was easy, alright. You read a truly staggering number of insights, but I'll share some tidbits about the tech demos. We know that if you press and hold B during the fireworks demo, you can launch a different kind of firework. In the super resolution demo, you can use R to toggle. The last Windows HD, you can use LR to on the horn. Because I wasn't aware of these either, this actually told me. Okay, good for you. Oh no! It's a 5-parter! When it comes to wireless communication, a few different methods are possible. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Amiibo, and local communication. Quite a list, huh? Since none of these communication methods involve cable, you don't have to worry about anything getting in the way or tangled up. Wireless communication can be pretty convenient. 3 antennas! With the Nintendo Switch 2, there are 3 antennas. Changing over to other devices. These are such as Joy-Cons, Nintendo, or headphones, Wi-Fi, or to other Switch 2 controllers or consoles. The part that engaging the antennas as well, the consoles have an additional function. That is how the antennas work. Oh boy. The Wi-Fi used for online and the Bluetooth sync the Joy-Con 2 can get mixed up. We employ extra measures to prevent this. It can result in poor communication between the devices. To make sure that the signals take turns. Chargers can use either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, but not both at the same time. It can switch between these two types of communication very quickly. Also, ever so slightly offsets the type of signal used. These measures include that signals have a much lower risk of being mixed up. Oh boy! Different radio signals pass through the human body. So when the controller is using Wi-Fi, it hands our body towards the antenna to make weaken the signal. We don't want to do that. Considering the position of the antennas, we chose to ensure that you hand on blocking the antennas when playing handheld mode. As for the Joy-Cons, there are different ways to hold the controllers. Then there is the Pro 2 controller. Wait, one way to hold the controller away from you. Okay. The past game consoles used cable for communication, but time went on, the gradual shift to wireless technology. It used to be that when you wanted to connect 2 game consoles together to play, you need a special cable, like Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. An adapter for the Advance will then go to the DS. Up until GameCube, Nintendo controller has to be connected with the cable. This is when the Wavebird controller came along. Wii Remote after that uses Bluetooth. Similar shift to me seeing with regard to the internet connection. GameCube, the LAN cable, and then DS and Wii went on using the Wi-Fi. Starting from the 2000s, the number of Nintendo devices utilizing wireless communication steadily increased. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. Anyways, that's a giant application. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do so bad at this, but let's give it a whirl. I know the W5 question. I knew it. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Which of the following amiibo antennas? Ooh. Ooh, shit. Radio waves? Or sound waves? No, that'd be... Shit, I couldn't figure this one out. I'm gonna try radio. And then... What? No way. No way. I did it. No freaking way. Oh, there's so much more though. Oh no. I don't have enough time to do. I can do one more. You're joking. Here we go again. Micro SD card. Yeah. Download games, photos, videos, captures, or saved. Anything to have you run out of system memory. You use a micro SD card on the Switch console, but only in SD Express. Oh, okay. You can find a place in it on the stand. You insert the card into the slot marked SD Express. More pins! Let's take a look at these. I mean, it looks similar, the key differences. When you flip, it has a lot more pins. Teaching me read them in a new way. So the original pins so that you can even watch it as a micro. Compatible with Switch consoles, okay. With the Express, the Switch 2 console has a new way to read and write data, compared to when you use a micro SD card on a Switch. Buffer size of 4 megabytes, 8 times faster. However, different cards will typically read and write at different speeds. Some of these may be doing more in the background than just loading. Loading speed may not always be around 8 times faster. Reading and writing speeds are getting faster. The Switch 2 only accepts a specific type of card, Express. They know that these will not work. Take advantage of the speed at which Express cards read and write. It will allow you to benefit from this extra speed as you enjoy new games. Although, and not to say that micro SD cards are completely unusable. If you still have photos and images saved to a card that were on the Switch 1, you can copy it to the Switch 2. Huh. The micro Express is fast. In fact, because Santino's Twitter tend to get hot. Naturally, we tried as much as we can to avoid heat buildup. We thought about where to put it and decided to put it near one of the air inlets to help it keep cool. On top of that, we keep the Express further away from other parts of the console that are electrically get hot. We even applied graphite sheets. Very effective at transferring heat. Keep the area cool. Graphite, okay. Oh boy, here we go. This is my last quiz, and then I'm gonna do another part in the future. Ooh, yep. Pins. A lot or slightly? I don't care. Okay, here we go. Rule number 5. Come on! Holy crap! Holy crap! There's so many! Oh my gosh! We're just gonna be right here, and we're gonna end the episode. That's just crazy. I will do more in the future, but this is a lot to take in. I love you guys, love, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys really soon.